Good evening, everybody. Morning if you're in another country, or afternoon, depending on your time zone. All right, cool. So we are going to back test a little bit on some trades that I took and why I have taken those trades. So let's go ahead and go back. See if I can refresh this right quick. This is AUDUSD. We can go ahead and start right here. I'm gonna do AUDUSD and also GBPUSD. All right. So we can clearly see that on the 1 hour time frame before this had happened, you was in a bullish uptrend. Okay. So technically I could have and should have been looking for a demand zone, right? But news hasn't came out yet, right? And that's one thing you have to be cautious about. Okay. I want you guys to know that when there's news that's supposed to be coming out during New York session, during London session, or Asian session, whichever session that you choose, just take into account that usually if you get in before, I recommend that you scout before news, or if you're getting in after, you're pretty much safe to hold because usually after news is going to have a continuation. Okay. So what I ended up doing today is I waited for news to take place. Okay. So definitely news took place. You can see that big spike up and then down. All right. So most people will call this a manipulation move where the market, takes out liquidity and then dumps into a reversal direction. Okay. So the market is reversing, right? And how do I know it's reversing? It has broken these lows. All right. Definitely broken this low and it's tapping into this low. Okay. It's not showing any signs of slow it down, no signs of rejection. If it was just rejecting completely, then it would have been signs that the buyers are still in control. All right. But this is not the case. All right. It broke this low. All right. So technically, I was expecting the market to actually come up here, all right, for some sales. But obviously, the market was not doing that. Okay. However, once the market created a lower high, then this is my go-to right here. All right. So it broke this low of that simple lower high. All right. I mean, equally to this low. Excuse me. So what do we have? We have a break of structure, all right, to the downside. All right. And so since this is a break of structure to the downside, what do? We look for our next supply zone. Even though this is the first supply zone, all right, remember, guys, this is the first supply zone. I'm just going to put supply zone 1. Even though this is the first supply zone, I told you, if for those who are actually following me, that if it creates another supply zone / if you're buying demand zone, then it's okay for you to take the most recent demand or supply zone, right? All right. So what's next? So this is our supply zone number 2. All right. But this is the one I was really focused on just because of the simple fact that the market it's just showing more momentum here after this low was broken. Okay. So all right. Now, this is where I technically got in. I technically got in right here. All right. Put my stop loss over here. All right. And I was actually aiming for these lows over here, a full swing. And the reason why is usually at the end of the week is coming to a cycle end. All right. I was literally aiming for this swing right here. No kidding. All right. So picture this. So many people who are selling right here, people are probably getting out because they're thinking that the market's going to reverse, and that's understandable. You want to cut your losses if you feel that way. But then the news comes out, and you see what happened right there. All right, so that was about 60 pips. Okay, so I want you to take in consideration how simple literally this was. Like, the reason why I entered right here is because it was coming down. It didn't break this low, which you usually wait for that, but this candlestick closed, and then this next one closed, and then it broke this low's candle, and that's when I got in. Guys, you see how simple I made my entry? You see how simple I made my setup? I didn't make it complicating at all. When you make your setup complicating, when you involve a lot of motion and fear, then you're going to be timid to the markets, and you're going to do things that you should not be doing. You're going to do things that you don't want to do, right? Like chasing candles, right? You're going to fear of missing out. You're going to see something like this candle shoot up, you're going to buy automatically, and then you see it reverses on you, and then you get mad, and then you want to quit on Forex just because you made a reckless decision. Okay, you have to have a setup, you have to have a strategy. That's the reason why most people who are successful in Forex trading has a setup and has a strategy. Okay, all right, so let's go to GU. I'm giving you guys the most simplest, I'm being very simple. And sometimes people need to understand, like, you literally have to practice this. But when it comes to the live market, you can't change your method. You have to practice the same way you practice, while you're back testing. All right. So you see this right here. I missed my first demand zone. I did not post this in a trade setup. Just because I didn't feel like this was a super A setup. So I wanted you guys to like necessarily wait for an A setup. And when I mean A setup, like, I believed in, around this day, which I think this was a Thursday. Yeah, this is a Thursday. That I could have found a more clean setup for you guys. All right. And I actually did. Ended up having AU, Euro USD, clean setup for you guys. I think it was actually AU. All right, but Euro USD was one, but I just didn't post that one either. I posted AU. And if you did catch AU, congrats to you. So we have a what? We have a break of structure. All right, what's the break of structure? Right here. All right. It broke these highs. Okay. So now we have a break of structure. I do not know what the heck this is. What is that? What kind of line is this? Okay, hold on, guys. Okay, oh, it's a position. That's not what I wanted to do. All right, anyways, I don't know what's going on. This little indicator thing, I'm trying to remove. All right, it's not removing. Okay. Cool. All right. All right, I'm just gonna leave it as it is. Okay, so you guys can clearly see that the market broke structure right here. All right, so you guys know what the break of structure is. It broke this high right here. All right. So where do you find demand zone? Right here. All right. And then once the market taps into the zone, you're looking for a buy. But like I said, I missed it. Right. Now you see how the market just shot up instantly. If you would have taken this demand zone right here, right here to this high, that would have been in 1 and 2. Excuse me. All right. But I got my second opportunity when the market came back down. Right there. Market came right back down. Boom. Broke the previous candle's high. Stop loss. It's like literally 13 pips, and I rolled it all the way up to this next high right here. Actually took profit a little bit early, but All right, you see the deal. All right. So this was A1 to 3. And it's simple as that. And all you do, guys, you can literally be in and out of the markets. Okay. You can increase your lot size here and just risk 5 to 10 pips on each trade, and literally can gain a 1-to-1 or 1-to-2. All right. Now, if you're a swing trader, I totally understand. You know, Dan FX, he teaches people how to swing. He does, you know, beat the market maker method. He's more of somebody who can probably hold their swings from trade to trade, right? I do hold my swings. Like today, I held my swing, but there's a lot of times where I don't, guys. Like today was a beautiful Thursday was a beautiful time where I just held for a 1-to-2, and that's it. I'm at 1-to-3, and that's it. Some people will hold for a 1-to-6, 1-to-7. There's nothing wrong with that. You can hold, you can literally grab just a part of this move. Like even if you grabbed it to this high, that's still a 1 to 1.5. Okay. So at the end of the day, make sure that you know what you're aiming for. Okay. If you are in this chat, right, and you are not succeeding in Forex, you're not passing challenges, you're failing because you're greedy, or you're hesitating too much. Maybe you're fear of missing out, so you tend to take unnecessary trades, right? I'm just trying to encourage you to back test this strategy and get good at it. Okay, get real good at it, because once you get good at something, I'm telling you, it's going to work wonders for you. Okay, and it's gonna, if you guys want to be, I'm gonna say it like this: if you guys want to be, I'm not gonna say full-time traders. All right, I'm not gonna put that into the light. But if you guys want to be, I would say get your time freedom back. You have to take this seriously, right? You can't be jumping from one strategy to another strategy to another strategy just because you lose once or twice. You have to stick with something and go with it, but you have to make sure that it fits your personality, is right for you. And if this strategy is, I'm literally showing you guys clearly, but free of charge, how to get money in Forex. And it's not that complicated. What's complicated is our emotions. What's complicated is the way we think about the markets too much. We give the markets way too much than what it really is, when I'm just simply breaking down a simple supply and demand zone, right? Now, so just in saying all that, what I'm trying to have you guys do is understand you have to put in the work. Okay. You can't, things are just not going to magically come to you. And I say this too, there's so many people who do signal services, which is nothing wrong with that. But there's even people in signal services who aren't making money because it's just not working for them. So why put all your time and money and energy into something that's not working, when you can put all your time into crafting your own trading system, profiting that way, and not have to depend on anybody else, right? All right, cool. So this is the last trade set I'm going to show you guys that I caught. All right, what do we have, guys? Break a structure. All right, to the highs. All right, and always look at the 1 hour time frame. Always look at the 1 hour time frame to know what the trend is before you go to the 5-minute time frame. Okay. So since this is a break of structure, where is the first demand zone that it broke? Where's the first demand zone after after the break of structure? It's here. All right, so we're gonna say demand zone. All right, and this demand zone is consistent of an order block. Okay. So we wait, and look, guys, if it takes off, let it go. If you're also chasing the markets, because you're afraid of the markets leaving you, then you're not disciplined. And I'm telling you, and I promise you, that's going to lead to some major mistakes. Okay. All right. So it comes down, right? This is a scenario where people wants to get in. You have to wait. You have to have a patience, okay? If you have to draw lines like this to make sure it touches first, and do it, all right? Because you would have got stopped out for people who are just simply buying. Sorry, guys, I feel like my throat's just messing with me right now. All right, so the demand zones retested. You see that? So I got in aggressively right here. You can get in aggressive, especially after rejection, 10 pips. And I wrote it up. I think, yeah, here it is. Right there. Okay, so take profit hit. All right, that was a 1 to 2. All right. All right. So, and even if you wanted to, write it up here, 1 to 3. See, take profit hit. I'm making this video so simple for you guys, and I don't understand how simple I can make this. All right. What I will say is, for people who put their time into Forex and learn about it, you'll understand the issue is not necessarily the strategy. The issue is not necessarily that you can't make enough money because you don't have enough money. The issue is your emotions. The issue is you're not patient. The issue is you have so much FOMO and you don't know how to deal with that. Okay. So take this video and replay it 5-6 times, get it in your head. And then if you have money, listen, if you have money, like $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, this is a way you can start making money by just getting in and out of the market. Like who would not want $100 to $200 a day? Like, I will tell you this, if somebody was to come to me and give me $100 every single day, I'll take that. If I said all I had to do was just be patient, if somebody says just be patient and be patient, and around this time I'll give you $100 per day, like 5 days a week. And then like just say, you know what? I'll get commission of that. And I'll take like, 100 from you every week. Let's just count that as losses. Then you'll love it. But see, the thing about Forex, some of us, like, we think big bucks. We see all these people making all this money, and we're like, man, I want to make money like that. Nah, start out little. If you can't deal with a 10K account, if you can't make money with like a 10K account starting out, then don't try to aim for those $1,000, $100,000 account, 200K account. Don't start doing that, because you start blowing your money, you don't know what you're doing. All right, start out with a 10K account, build your money. All right, get a withdrawal, and then buy a bigger account. Okay, stop trying to rush this too. Please stop trying to rush this. When you rush it, I promise you, you're going to lose. You're going to lose, and you're going to be so disappointed. Then you're going to want to give up on Forex, and then you want to quit, and then you want to start blaming all the mentors. Nope, blame yourself. Take this seriously, guys. I'm going to be honest with you. Forex is not for you if you don't take it seriously. If you want to continuously give your money freely to people, all right, then go ahead and keep paying everybody else. But shoot, I don't. Take it seriously. All right. If you guys have any questions about this video, please for sure comment in the chat room. Do not be shy. Okay, do not be shy. If you don't talk because you're in another group and you're in this group at the same time, cool to you. But if you're not progressing in any way, I'm telling you, this strategy, this strategy is great. All right. So, all right, everybody, have a great evening on my end, and I hope you have a wonderful day. And I'll talk to you guys later.